So I've been paying attention to the news a lot lately. There's unfortunately been a lot of things that we have to pay attention to. And one of the things I'm seeing more frequently is the discussion of how kids and adults both are coping with what the current conditions are. What does Perrysburg Schools offer to be able to help kids? Is there anything that they can offer to help kids that are having frustration and maybe struggling?
That's a great question. And I would expand it. The students are our primary focus. So that mental health, the social emotional, that's very important to us. We've got a great team of counselors and psychologists that are on hand. They're setting up groups with students. So our students are face to face. So we do get to see them. We do get to talk to them in person, and that's huge. So we're able to better identify how they're doing and what supports can we do. And that's important. That isolation, we're really focusing on those students who are feeling more isolated during this time than they have in the past. One of the things that we found that's a little bit unusual, and when you think about it, it sort of makes sense. But we also know that school is sometimes a major stressor for students. So students have a lot of anxiety, and showing up every day to school is a huge stressor. We also know that students, the bullying and the tension and drama that can create in students' lives, the disruption, is reduced because we're going to school less. So some of those students who really had a lot of anxiety in years past are really doing well with this hybrid where they're not in school every day. There's that pressure of being in school every day. They're handling it really well. So we're seeing some kids who we've never have been on our radar, Ed, who are now popping up because of this isolation and this, I'm not able to keep up as well, or my grades are down and they weren't before when we were face to face. So we're dealing with those students, and those students who were on our radar, who had that in school anxiety, who maybe had a little bit of that reluctance, they're doing really well. And so it's kind of interesting to see those dynamics play out. We're also concerned about our staff. And I don't think we talk about that enough, because it has been incredibly stressful for them. We talk about them being front, first responders, frontline workers.
Yeah.
And there's a tremendous amount of risk when you're driving a bus and you've got 40, 45 students, not the 70 that we used to have,
right,
but 40, 45 students on that bus, and you're in a mask and you're worried about getting the virus. And the same goes for our teachers, our custodians. So we've done some things that we've offered them, some mental health things here in the district, just like we have for students, opportunities to connect, to do some different kinds of activities, from, kind of drumming and yoga. Just here's some time, here's some space, make it available to you. And I think that's something that we want to continue to offer.
Everyone, this has been Tom Hosler, Superintendent of Perrysburg Schools. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Coffee with Eddie. We will see you next month.